Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Spankers back again with another Mage AoE guide, and this time I'm going to be teaching you guys how to pull RFC in a one pull 135 plus mobs in 4 minutes. Now in this guide, there's a couple of things that you're going to have to understand. I'm pretty juiced up on gear, but you only need about 1,000 HP and about 1,850 mana, but I would recommend having a little bit over both of those, maybe 150 over both of those. If you got about 2k, 2.1k mana, that's pretty decent. So the runes that you're going to be using is Regeneration, Living Flame, and Ice Lance this time instead of Living Bomb. And then the gear that I have is just straight int stamina. I got a couple of magical spells and effects by up to whatever. And then I also have the Boon of Blackfathom. Now, in order to do this pull, you do need the Boon of Blackfathom if you're going to be going on speed clears like this, just to get your lockouts done. I also bring an Elixir of Firepower, some Light Feathers, some bandages, and just anything else that, you know, may be able to keep you alive for a little bit longer. And then I guess the only other thing is the free action pot, and that one is the most important. As long as you have this free action potion, you shouldn't die. But let's go ahead and get into the pool. We're going to see how long we can do this. Before that, I'm going to go over talents real quick. So I got 2 in Arcane Subtlety, 3 out of 5 in Arcane Focus, 5 out of 5 in Magic Absorption. This one is the most important one. In the back of the dungeon, there are a ton of casters, and restoring 5% of your total mana on resist is huge. Now, the next one is Arcane Concentration, 5 out of 5. That one's pretty good for reserving or preserving your mana as well in the pool. And then this one right here doesn't really matter because Earth Borers actually reduce your armor all the way down. So if you want, you could probably go with the improved Arcane Explosion 1 in it. But either way, I mean, there's not going to be a huge difference. But yeah, so let's go ahead. We're going to start up our stopwatch here. I got the NIT tracker right up here. So that's Nova Instance Tracker stopwatch. And this one right here is called Kill Track. So if you guys want any of these add-ons, let me go ahead and move my camera down a little bit. Kill Track is this one right here. It keeps track of all the kills that you have in the instance that you have currently. I also put my weak ores and stuff in the bottom that were made by Kevon B. He made a weak ore to show Living Flame. So let's go ahead and get into the pool. All right, everybody. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to start off with some Ice Lances. We'll grab these ones. Then we'll go ahead and we'll blink right here. And then we will grab this mob, Ice Lance down here. And then I always make sure to pull this pat right here because some of these mobs down here don't like to be pulled sometimes. So I just would recommend going ahead and doing that. Sorry. Now Ice Lance there. I'll run through here, and the reason I'm running like this is so I can Frost Nova everyone. And then with the boon, you actually can just pretty much run away from almost every mob. So if you just remember that, you don't really have to blink a whole lot. The boon will just kind of do everything for you. But right here, I'm going to turn and use an Ice Lance to that mob because sometimes that mob doesn't get picked up by enemies. So we'll just go ahead and run here. Alright, so this part right here is going to be one of the tricky ones. So you want to pull these mobs on the outside while also running through the mobs on the inside. And then you want to target this mob up here and actually grab it as well. And then here you're going to use a Living Flame with a Regeneration. Now if your Living Flame resists there, don't like panic. You can pretty much just blink. But we're going to go ahead and stack them up here a little bit. And then we're going to try not to keep them too stacked. I don't know why that mob didn't just pull, but we're going to try not to keep them too stacked. Then we're going to go ahead right here, grab this mob. And I kind of ran into a wall there, so I'm going to go ahead and blink. Grab this mob down here, grab this mob back here, and grab this mob up here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to Frost Nova these mobs right here. That way they kind of group up a little bit better. And then you can choose to hug this side right here and not pull any mobs if you blink. But I would recommend just going ahead and just grabbing all those mobs anyway. So what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to use a slow fall. I'm going to use a slow fall here. Drop off the side. I hate when this thing does this. It makes you fall so slow. Alright, drop off the side. We're going to jump up over here. Grab this Enforcer, and we're actually just going to use a Living Flame as soon as these mobs get relatively close. Living Flame. We'll grab these mobs. Then as you can see, we're gonna stack these mobs right here and just back up a little bit every single time. That way we can get more and more mob stacks here. And then when this gets down to about 2 seconds, we're gonna jump, walk this way, and blink. Now what that blink does is it cancels every single cast that we were about to get hit by. And it also gives us a little bit of time to run away from these mobs pretty well. So we'll go ahead and jump this corner right here. Go ahead and path this way. Keep clearing all these decurses off you while ice lance, and then we're gonna blink right here. Clear the decurse. Ice lance. You can try to pick up this mob if you want. Alright. We're gonna target Taragaman. Then we're gonna be running up this hill. I'm gonna go ahead and use a regeneration right here. Now what you want to do here is you want a free action potion when he gets right there, living flame, and then sit in this corner. So you're basically just gonna let all these mobs stack up. And then as you're doing this, you're just gonna sit here and spam Arcane Explosion at your max rank. And then what I like to do is when the mobs get this low, I like to Frost Nova here, use another regeneration, and then go back into the kill phase here. And as you can see, some of the mobs are still alive. That's okay. Just some shamans in the background. So we'll just go ahead and kill all these mobs here. And as you can see, you have downed the entire pool in 424. If those mobs were a little bit better grouped, you would probably be able to do it in 4. But yeah, so we got 138 mobs in 4 minutes and 24 seconds, and that's just using the boon, and that is absolutely beautiful. So if you guys have any questions down below, just go ahead and let me know. If you want to know any other ways that I pull mobs or where you can pull into, I would suggest just doing that. But this pull right here is probably one of the best pulls. I don't know of any way. Let's see. So if you get a bunch of lockouts, you're going to be locked out pretty fast, but it's just the easiest way to make gold. So you can probably go world grind after you do these. And yeah, so I would just loot up and then drop back down, and you should have about 5 runs knocked out. If you don't loot, you should have about 5 runs knocked out in about 25 minutes. Because I will show you a little way to get out of here. This is what I do. I don't actually use the logout skip. So I actually just use a light feather, and I'll show you where to jump from, where if you have boon, you can actually just jump. Sorry, I've been feeling pretty sick lately, but yeah, so I'll jump here, go ahead and use a slow fall, and then what I will do is I will go ahead and stand right here and jump either down there or right here. If you have the boon, you can jump here. If you have just regular slow fall, you can jump there. So I actually missed the jump because I'm a mongoloid, but yeah, if you jump there, you should be great. But yeah, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I will get to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate you.